G'day everybody, and thank you for tuning back into Albatross Barbecue. We've got another tremendous, flavoursome, beautiful dish which we're smoking today. Let's go and have a look what it is. Today we are smoking beautiful duck in an orange glaze. This smells absolutely beautiful. So what we're going to do today, we're going to prepare this duck. We want to get as much moisture out of the duck as we can, as well as getting as much flavour into the duck. We're going to smoke it low and slow for about an hour to get some smokiness through it. Then we're going to crank it up. Towards the end we're going to glaze it, and then we're going to enjoy it. So thank you for watching, stay tuned.
So the first thing we're going to do today to prepare our duck is to just dab it dry. Once you get this out the freezer, you have to let it defrost for a good 48 hours if possible. Grab yourself a sharp knife, chop the neck off. You don't need the neck, and also the wings. The wings are pretty pointless, so I like to chop those off as well. The ingredients you need readily available to accompany your duck at this point include 1 to 1.5 whole oranges, freshly squeezed. You want 1 onion, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of honey, and also a pinch of salt and pepper, both ground and cracked I use. Once you've dried out the cavity of your duck as much as possible, grab your oranges as well as your onion and just stuff it as much as you can. Now ducks, as everybody know, are extremely fatty. So what we're doing here is we're just poking numerous holes across the duck. I'm using a corn cob holder here to try and create as many holes as possible to allow that moisture to escape from the duck whilst it's cooking and also whilst it's thawing. We're now going to draw our attention to trying to draw out as much moisture from this duck as possible. To do this, I have a mixture of melted honey, soy, and also some orange juice. I'm just going to dab that all over the duck, and especially what the soy will do, it'll help draw out the moisture from this duck. And to give it a helping hand, plus for some seasoning, add your salt and pepper to finish. Once you're done, what you need to do is put it in the fridge, preferably for around 4 to 8 hours. If not overnight, it's entirely up to you, but leave it uncovered.
Okay, so the duck has been marinating in that sauce now for approximately 6 to 7 hours. I've just been dabbing it every 2 to 3 hours to try and give a little bit of flavour. But as I said, I want to get that moisture outside of the duck. I'm going to preheat the Traeger to 225 degrees. Let's go and check out this duck.
The duck's taken on a little bit of additional colour there, which is awesome. Plus, when I touch it, it feels a little bit drier, which is what we want. So low and slow for the first hour, 225 degrees Fahrenheit. The reason why I like to do this is just to get some smokiness through the meat. I'm using a competition blend pellet today. This is now after 1 hour. So there's a little bit of smokiness through that meat there, as I can see. And this is just leftover juice from what was in the fridge. Now you don't have to do that at this point. I just know, however, that I'm not going to be opening this again until my duck gets to 150 degrees internal. To monitor the cook now, I'm going to insert my thermometer from my ThermPro into each of these ducks so I can keep my eye on the temperature of the breast. My first target temp is going to be 150 degrees Fahrenheit, which is going to be my cue to then start warming up my glaze. I'm done with low and slow cooking now. Time to turn the Traeger up to 135 degrees Fahrenheit to try and render that fat a little bit quicker. Time to prepare my glaze. So what I need for this is 1 clove of garlic. I'm obviously doing 2 ducks here, so I'm doubling my portions. I've got some honey, I've also got some molasses here. Molasses is nice and thick and sweet. I've also got some freshly squeezed orange juice, then some soy sauce, some additional salt and pepper, and to finish it, I also have some fresh rosemary grown from my garden. Give that a little mix. This smells amazing. At 150 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm going to put my glaze in just so I can start warming it up and melting that molasses and honey. Again, I'm going to turn it up, this time to 148. It can go a little bit higher, but it's entirely up to you. What we're trying to do is crispen that skin. We're also going to be applying this glaze as often as we wish to get additional flavour into the duck. Once that's done, it is time to let it rest and serve it. Once you hit 165 internal temp, it's showtime.
Okay, so here we have it. Some duck which has been smoked low and slow for about an hour. And we cranked up the heat, we applied our glaze. It smells absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to try this one. It's really good. It is really tender. The flavour is outstanding. Still a little bit fatty. It's a really fatty piece of meat, as I said earlier. But the flavour is outstanding. What we're going to do now, we're going to make some pancakes. We've got some hoisin sauce, some cucumber, some shallots, and some sesame seeds. Thank you so much for watching. This is absolutely outstanding. Give it a go. Thanks again, and we'll see you again in the next one.
The pancakes were absolutely delicious. Thank you so much for watching again, guys. Please subscribe. Keep your eyes out on more video content, and we look forward to sharing more delicious recipes in the future. Have a great day, everyone.